Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to another video. This week we are finally not at a tournament, but I am getting ready for next week's tournament up in North Platte. It's a B tier, so it's kind of a big one. I'll be able to get a lot of points there if I shoot well. But this week, I have a bunch of new discs to try out. My bag has kind of been all over the place these past couple tournaments. I haven't really, there's some stuff that's kind of set in stone there, but there's also a lot of stuff that definitely needs some work on. My bag it's alright. There's definitely a lot of gaps, I think. That's what we're going to try to figure out today. Most of these I got last weekend at Emporia. One thing that I did notice is I don't really have any discs in here that I don't care too much about, for losing, especially on hole 16, the island hole last weekend. I ended up throwing a PD when I realistically probably could have thrown a cloud breaker, but I didn't want to lose it. So that's what these two are going to be. I have a Raider that we found in the lake at Emporia, and this nuke that I actually got for $5 at Play It Again Sports. What a steal. But we're just gonna be throwing these today, kind of seeing how they fly, getting comfortable with them, and just building confidence with them in case there's some water shots that I need to throw, or because these two I don't really care about. They're just gonna be in the bag for backups essentially. Next up, kind of similar numbers, is gonna be the Paradigm and the DD1. I've kind of thrown these a little bit. This one, I don't know. I like the feel of it, but this one feels a little more comfortable in the hand, the DD1. The numbers indicate that it's going to be somewhat of a Wraith. It could be just my imagination, but I feel like the DD1 I've heard is flippier, and the Paradigm might, I don't know. We're gonna throw them. I'll also be comparing them to the Enigma because this one's pretty flippy. So I don't know if I want flippier or not. We'll see. And then the Eagle actually replaced my FD because I just needed a fairway that is a little bit more stable than that. I wanted to just, be a straight shooter, but have a little more fade than the FD does. And I feel like the FD and the Vaporlux FD1 were a little too similar just because of the plastic that this is in. And the next up is the FD3. I actually had a Firebird in this slot for my really overstable 9-speed. Super happy I got this FD3. I've been loving it. We'll throw it out today, and kind of I'm not gonna bring the Firebird out because I already know what it flies like, so we're just gonna be testing this one out as well. And then I managed to get a somewhat not warped, it's still pretty warped, but this one's not as warped as my other glitch. I don't know if I've mentioned it specifically, but I did end up putting the CD1 in my bag. This one has been kind of a workhorse for me. This one and the PD, I'm loving those two so far. But yeah, everything else in my bag is essentially the same. This big old chunk of discs right here that I'm gonna be kind of testing out and throwing quite a bit. We are at my other home course, Ellie Ray, just because there was a lot of people at Stolly, so didn't want to be too much of a bother because I'm going to be throwing a lot of discs today. So yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, y'all, first shots of the day. We're actually going to go forehand here, starting on hole 2 at this course because there's way too many people out here. It's good to see, but just kind of annoying because there's kind of just a hole right where everyone's sitting, but can't do much about it. Kind of want to go right up this tree with a backhand turnover, or forehand works too, and it's just on the backside of that big tree down there. I'm gonna go FD3 first. Hopefully I don't get a bad kick and this rolls into the water. Yeah, that's pretty much all you want out of that. We're gonna go Eagle. Flip that one over a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah, warmed up. First shots of the day, and I'll show you how I would actually play this hole. Definitely wouldn't go with the forehand because that is not my forte. Get over, there you go. Oh, that would have been perfect if I didn't hit that branch over there. One thing to note, it is super windy. The mic is probably catching all of it. So I'm gonna take that into some consideration for how these discs fly, but hopefully once we get into the woodsy part, it's not gonna matter too much. Also, if you know, you know. Rest in peace. I played around yesterday and the jump putt was feeling pretty money. That's a little out of my range, but I think I can get it there at least. Just in front of it. Hole 3, 3 into 72. You just want to get around that corner and the basket's like tucked away over there. Yeah, I'm putting you guys back in the bag. This is probably the angle you guys are most used to for tournaments, but I think I'm probably going to throw all of the new discs that I'm testing out. Sorry if the wind is overbearing, but I think we're just going to throw all the discs because this is kind of a stock backhand hyzer, and we're just going to see how the discs react to. We got a tailwind kind of right to left, so we'll go with like my actual shot, which would probably be like a DD1, something kind of flippy, so it pushes on hyzer instead of dumping out. There you go. Yeah. Paradigm. Almost identical flights. I think those two are just going to come down to whatever feels better. Eagle, a little bit more hyzer. That'll be. Raider up first. I threw this one time, and it was pretty stable, so. I mean, I don't know, it came out all right. The nuke. Oh, slight hyzer flip. It flipped up just a little bit, but this came out nice. I just missed the line. FD3, this was just for fun. I threw that on a lot of anhyzer and it still came out. I like that. Basket right there. DD1, Eagle, and the Paradigm right there. So, all pretty decent shots. We'll get a birdie look from the DD1. A little obscured, but I don't really know how to attack this. If I go out here, touch an anhyzer maybe? Or straight, yeah, we'll go straight down the gap here. I like this gap a little more. Zero height. Here we have hole 4, 223. It's just a big dog leg to the left. You can't see it from back here anyway, so then you guys up right behind me to mostly for personal reasons, so I can see my reach back, because I've been working on it these past couple weeks and it's feeling a lot better, but I think I'm still slightly behind my body. Before it was really bad. I would come here and I would pull back here straight behind my body, and so pulling through, I'm pulling through right through the chest, and so I've been working on really trying to get it in front of my body, so when I'm pulling through, my body is nowhere to be found and there's a clean line right through it. So hopefully I'll be able to tell with this. Oh, that'll be fine. All right, I'm focused way too much on the reach back than the actual shot. Let's try to throw normal. Just like that. That's got to be like 20 feet from the basket. It probably isn't. Easy bird for the Raider, right? Nope. I suck at putting. So I looked back at the footage, and my reach back is definitely better. It's not too much behind my body. I think it's still a little bit behind it, a little bit more than I would like it to. I would like it to be almost completely in front of my body, but I mean, that's just within the past 2, maybe 3 weeks of solely working on that during rounds and tournaments and stuff like that. So I definitely do feel like it's got a little bit of, it's helping me hit my lines a little better now that I have a little bit more power, mostly due to just my grip change and whatnot. So I definitely do feel like I can rip a lot further now without as much effort, which is I'm super happy about. It's like I've unlocked an extra 100 feet, or more like 50 feet, but whatever. My thoughts so far on the disc: the FD3, it's a Firebird. I love it. It feels really comfortable in the hands. The DD1 and the Paradigm, they fly pretty similar. I think I'm going to throw those two as well as the Enigma on this hole just to try to kind of gauge where they're at. We do have kind of a tailwind, so I'm going to try to throw them all the same, touch a hyzer, same amount of power, and We'll just see how they react. My Enigma's been like my hyzer flip disc, but so has my cloud breaker, and my cloud breaker won't turn over. I'm leaning towards the DD1 right now because it feels more comfortable in the hands, but I think that's gonna find its way into my bag, but we'll see. Let's test it out. Enigma up first. Throw it on some hyzer because I know this one, if I throw it hard enough, it will flip up. You guys probably couldn't see that because I threw it right to the tree, but it made its way out and just kind of held on flat. So let's see the DD1. Yeah, right. This is a terrible example. I'm shaking everything. Yeah, those are all pretty bad tee shots. We're gonna throw the nuke in the Raider. Get around the tree. Yeah, that's parked. Let's go. All right, try to do the exact same thing with the Raider. My Raider ended up right here behind this tree, and the basket's way over there. But my nuke is over there, so I'm gonna go put that out. The Paradigm DD1 and the Enigma all ended up pretty much in the same place over there. I mean, I threw them all pretty much the exact same. All three back to back, kind of bad shots, but we still got a couple more chances to test them out. I'm not too worried.
Hey, yo, Terry, play some shit.
Dang, I made the one that counts. It's all right. Good bird. All right, part two of trying to throw these three. We're gonna go Enigma first, DD1, and then Paradigm. Kind of got a strong wind coming at us, so we're gonna keep this on some hyzer, kind of low to the ground. Hopefully it don't flip over and go into the lake way on the right. Oh, ain't no way it's going over the fence. Okay. I'm just throwing them straight into the ground. Oh, I might have to come out another day and do this, but it's alright. The Enigma doesn't really matter. DD1. Okay, I'm really not even throwing them hard at all. I don't know. I gotta figure something out. I was feeling good at the start of this round, and now maybe it's just those discs. I don't know. Anyways, we got three more. Raiders up first. Let's see if these can handle some headwind. Oh, she flipped quick. Okay, I'm expecting this nuke to fly similar to the Raider, so I'm gonna go a little more at it. Well, it didn't flip as much. It was really low to the ground. Probably because I suck. JK. Eagle skip in? No, but that's parked. All right. I know it was worth the greatest throws, and it's super windy. I think I was just scared of flipping them over because there's a lake over there. It really doesn't even come into play on this hole, but I was a little scared of flipping them over and catching a big gust and turning them way over. But I think it's also just, this is my second time playing this week. I played somewhat yesterday. Today's Sunday. Friday I couldn't play at all. There was snow, and now look at it outside. It's like 50 degrees and beautiful. This Sunday was really my only chance to get out here and play, so I am a little rusty. I'm thankful I'm out here. Grateful that I'm able to play at all this week. I know I said I was coming out here and trying to finalize my bag. Probably won't be able to until next weekend when I play, and I'll probably throw quite a few of these for just practice because I'll actually be tournament mindset and whatnot. Birdie with the Eagle. I've been playing decently well in these past couple tournaments, even with as little practice as I'm getting, because I'm working 10 hours a day, and it's either I get home and I start editing this video, or I get off work and I go play a quick 9, but then I come home and then I can't edit. So I'm really trying to balance it. I know I'll get to a week or two where I'll be able to edit quickly, and then towards the end of the week I'm able to to go out and play before big tournaments and whatnot. But just with the way my schedule's set up, kind of prioritizing editing videos right now instead of playing, because I know I put in a lot of practice over this off season. Hopefully, I'm really hoping this win isn't too terrible. I'm sorry if it is, but I'm really focusing on trying to edit these videos and get really consistent with posting every week. I know I've had a couple late posts, but I'm really trying to grind and like actually put a video out every week. And I know I've put in a lot of work during this off season, so I'm not too worried about my game. I know there's still a lot that I can improve on, but I think as of right now, I'm happy with improving and kind of crafting my game in a 3-day span for the time being. I know once I get into more of a groove, I'll be able to hit the course after work and whatnot, and things will start flowing a little smoother. But I know obviously I'm not going to get better overnight. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of practice. So I'm just going to take advantage of coming out when I can and getting the rounds in and just doing some work, and hopefully it'll all pay off. Round 3 of throwing these discs. It is kind of a strong headwind, so wow, really strong. Dude. All right, now it's starting to piss me off a little bit. Like, I'm just throwing everything into the ground. I come here and then I'm just... All right, I got one in the air. Oh, there's a struggle today. Let's go to a forehand, huh? See if we're doing any better there. Probably not. Ooh, kinda. Okay, I finally got one in the air. That's what I was expecting them to fly like. Can't believe it took me 8 holes to actually get one in the air. There we go. Wow, a lot of turn out of that one. And those feel pretty effortless. Okay, so I kind of figured out what was going on there. I think I was whipping my head forward too early. So I'll pull my arm and then my head follows after, which that kind of helped for now. I feel like the Paradigm is a little bit more flippy than the DD1 is what it seems like, or at least that's how I threw them. And I really didn't throw them hard. I threw them maybe 50 to like 60% power. Like I wasn't throwing them very hard. And yes, there was a little bit of a headwind, but they were still flipping with ease. Like I wasn't really, like I hyzer flipped them and then the Paradigm kept turning. And the DD1 kind of hyzer flipped, got some turn, but it still came back pretty heavily. Which I feel like the Enigma and the Paradigm are kind of the same, I want to say. I mean, I do have kind of a beat up one, so maybe that makes a difference. Ooh, too much hyzer.
Hey, yo, Terry, play some shit.
All right, those are pretty weak. There you go. Whoa. Hey, we take those. I didn't play my best today, obviously. A lot of form stuff. I think I'm kind of going to counter off as just being rusty because I haven't really played too much, and I'm not too worried about it. I knew this weekend was going to be really chill weekend, let my body recover from traveling and playing a lot. I'm happy I was able to get out here and play at least one round. The Eagle, I'm really enjoying a lot more than the FD. It feels really nice in the hands. I like the stability more. I like that it has more stability than the FD. So this one's definitely staying in the bag. The FD3, it's a Firebird. I really like it. Nice, beefy, reliable. So this one's definitely staying in there. The DD1 and the Paradigm. I think the Paradigm might be a little more flippier. From what I threw today, I'm still gonna kind of put these two together when I get the chance. If I play around and I think it's the shot shape that one of these two has, then I'll throw them. But I think just for the sake of next weekend, and I don't want to worry about it too much, I'm gonna put the DD1 in, just because it feels most like a Wraith to me, and this one feels like a Wraith that's too beat in. This one feels like a Wraith that's just starting to get beat in, if that makes any sense. I really do. I like the feel of the DD1 a lot more than the Paradigm. The Paradigm, like it's a lot sharper, and this one feels a little more rounder, so it just sits more comfortably in the hand, which I think that's like a big thing when it comes to picking out discs. So this one is going to be staying in the bag instead of the Paradigm. And then these two, I'm honestly really glad that I found them and picked them up. These are definitely staying in the bag. Good to know that the Raider is a little flippier than the Nuke. The Nuke is definitely a lot more beefy. Shout out Playing Against Sports for $5. I know it's a little beat to crap, but it flies perfectly. The Raider is got a little more flip to it. The Nuke, it feels kind of light, so I'm not too sure about throwing it into strong headwinds, but I think if I need to, this one can be pretty beefy. This one a little bit more understable. Not understable, but a little more flip up to it, I guess. Yeah, I think that's my bag kind of finalized for now, I guess. These two are not technically in the bag, but if there's a water hole, they're definitely coming out. So I don't want to lose any of what I got in the bag. But yeah, I mean, other than those, I think I really like my bag the way it is. I like how it's coming along. Not much complaints. I did end up taking that Genius out. I realized I don't need it so much. Like, it's a really flippy fairway driver, and I feel like if I know I'm gonna go to a course where it's really wooded and I might need that really understable fairway, I'll bring it along and just toss it in one of the side pockets. But I think as of right now, it just doesn't fit the bag. There's really no use for it. I played 2 or 3 tournaments with it in the bag, and not once did I touch it. Like, it's just not something that I'm ever seeing myself reaching for. So I decided to replace it with something that I will actually use, which I think I replaced it with like the CD1 or something. I don't even know. And I throw the CD1 a lot. But that is gonna be it for today's video. Next week, as I mentioned before, I'm going to North Platte for a B tier tournament. Gonna be bringing you guys along with me. It's a two-day tournament, 3-round event. Gonna be heading up there with Pete, so you guys will get to see a lot of him probably. If you guys are liking these videos, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment what you guys think I'm missing from my bag, or what disc I should try out, what disc you guys think that I need in my bag. Also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. I'm posting every Friday. Trying to post at 1 p.m. I know I've had a couple late posts, but we're trying. Also, make sure you guys check out my socials down in the description below. TikTok and Instagram at Beat On Disc Golf, BDON Disc Golf. It's the same as my YouTube handle. It's not that hard. But yeah, again, thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys next week.